Ever wonder what happens when cities are left to wither and crumble? What stories do these abandoned places tell us about our history and our future? Our world is filled with ghost cities, deserted towns, and forgotten settlements. They stand as silent witnesses to the passing of time, the shifting of populations, and the ceaseless march of progress. Sometimes they're the result of natural disasters, hurricanes, earthquakes, or volcanic eruptions that render a place uninhabitable. Other times, it's economic downturns or political upheaval that lead to a mass exodus. Imagine a bustling city, alive with the hum of commerce, the chatter of daily life, the laughter of children playing in the streets. Now picture that same city, years later. Silent, deserted, the buildings crumbling, the streets empty. It's an eerie sight, isn't it? But why do these places get abandoned? Well, there's no one-size-fits-all answer to that. Each city has its own story to tell. Natural disasters, for instance, can turn vibrant cities into ghost towns overnight. We've seen this happen time and time again, from the ruins of Pompeii, buried under a thick layer of volcanic ash, to the city of New Orleans, left desolate by the devastating Hurricane Katrina. Economic factors, too, can drive people away from their homes. When industry declines or jobs dry up, residents have no choice but to pack up and leave, seeking better opportunities elsewhere. Ghost towns of the American West, once thriving mining communities, are a stark reminder of this. Political instability, war, and conflict can also lead to cities being abandoned. People flee to escape the violence, leaving behind their homes and their lives. The deserted city of Pripyat, in the shadow of the Chernobyl nuclear plant, is perhaps one of the most chilling examples of this. And then, there are those cities abandoned due to nuclear accidents like the aforementioned Pripyat. These places stand as stark warnings of the power and danger of nuclear energy when things go horribly wrong. As we venture into the tales of these ghost towns, bear in mind, each carries a cautionary tale for humanity. First, we delve into the chilling story of Pripyat, a city in Ukraine, abandoned overnight due to a nuclear disaster. Situated in the heart of Ukraine, Pripyat was once a bustling city brimming with life. However, on that fateful day in April 1986, the Chernobyl nuclear disaster turned the city into a desolate ghost town. The explosion at the nuclear power plant led to an uncontrolled release of radioactive materials, making the city uninhabitable for centuries. In the blink of an eye, the lives of the residents were uprooted, forcing them to evacuate and leave behind their homes, their belongings, their dreams. Schools, playgrounds, hospitals, all were left deserted, a city frozen in time. The high radiation levels have kept human intervention at bay, preserving the city in its eerie post-disaster state. Today, Pripyat stands as a haunting reminder of the risks of nuclear energy, a silent testament to the power and the peril of mankind's technological prowess. Next, we journey to Krakow, an Italian hilltop city abandoned due to recurring earthquakes. Nestled in the arch of Italy's boot, Krakow has a history that stretches back over 1,000 years. During the medieval era, this city was a strategic gem. Its lofty position provided a natural fortress against marauding invaders. From its high vantage point, Krakow's inhabitants could see trouble coming from miles away. It was a bustling hub of life, its cobblestone streets echoing with the sounds of commerce, community, and celebration. But nature had other plans. A series of devastating earthquakes in the 15th century began to shake the foundations of this once mighty city. Then, in the 18th century, a landslide dealt the final blow, forcing the remaining inhabitants to flee their beloved home. Today, Krakow is a city frozen in time, its stone houses and winding streets standing as silent witnesses to its former glory. Krakow's empty streets echo with a silence that speaks louder than words. Moving on to Kolmanskop, a once booming diamond town in Namibia, now a ghost town being reclaimed by the desert. Around the turn of the 20th century, a simple railway worker discovered a diamond in the area. This sparked a rush with fortune seekers from all over the globe descending on this once isolated spot. A thriving town sprang up, complete with a hospital, school, and even an opera house. But as the diamonds began to dwindle, so too did the town's fortunes. By the mid-20th century, the town was abandoned, its inhabitants leaving behind their once cherished homes to the encroaching desert. Today, the grand buildings of Kolmanskop are half buried in sand, a haunting reminder of a bygone era. The desert, indifferent to human pursuits, continues its relentless reclaiming process. Komanskop, a stark symbol of the fleeting nature of wealth, slowly disappears under the shifting sands. Finally, we set our sights on Hashima Island, an abandoned coal mining facility in Japan, often referred to as the Forbidden Island. This concrete jungle, once buzzing with activity, now lies deserted, with its crumbling buildings echoing tales of an age long gone. Hashima Island was a thriving industrial hub in the early 20th century. Its coal mines, operated by an army of workers, fueled Japan's rapid industrialization. These workers, however, endured harsh living conditions, squeezed into tiny apartments and towering concrete blocks. As petroleum replaced coal as the primary energy source, the mines fell silent, and Hashima was deserted. It was as if the island was frozen in time, a snapshot of an era marked by both progress and human suffering. Today, the island stands as an eerie monument to the industrial age, its deserted buildings a stark testament to the relentless march of time and technology. Hashima Island, now a haunting relic of the industrial age, is a stark reminder of the human cost of progress. These abandoned cities, each with their unique stories, hold lessons for us all. Let's take a moment to reflect. Chernobyl, a stark reminder of the dire consequences when technology goes awry, imparts a critical lesson about the importance of safety measures and the potentially devastating impact of neglecting them. The ghostly buildings and deserted streets echo with a warning for us all. Technology, when mismanaged, can lead to catastrophe. Then there's the medieval ghost town, standing as a testament to the ravages of time and the importance of adaptability. As the world around it evolved, this city remained frozen in a bygone era. It's a lesson in the significance of embracing change, of evolving with our surroundings to ensure our survival and prosperity. Our journey then took us to the city swallowed by sand, a stark example of nature's indomitable will. It has been reclaimed by the desert, an eerie reminder of the delicate balance between human progress and the natural world. It teaches us about the power of nature and the necessity of sustainable development. Next, we visited the Forbidden Island, a stark symbol of the consequences of human exploitation. Its deserted buildings and silent streets are a silent scream against over-industrialization and its consequences. This island is a lesson in the importance of sustainable development and environmental preservation. Each of these cities, in their abandonment, narrates a tale of human ambition, resilience, and the inevitable impact of our actions on the world we inhabit. They remind us that our actions have consequences, that our progress should not come at the cost of our planet. As we leave these ghost towns to their solitude, remember, they stand as silent witnesses to our past and potential harbingers of our future. They are our lessons in humility, sustainability, and the importance of planning for the long term. And as they continue to weather the test of time, they serve as a sobering reminder that we are but transient inhabitants of this incredible planet. As we leave these ghost towns to their solitude, remember, they stand as silent witnesses to our past and potential harbingers of our future.